Nigerians should get Nigerian police force as their own force. It's called Nigeria Police Force. It's not the British police force. Where is it? Whatever country, Nigeria Police Force. You could realize that from the IG, not from me to the last constable, we are all Nigerians. Nigerian family, Nigerian brothers and sisters, Nigerian mothers and fathers, Nigerian in-laws, Nigerian children. We should try as much as possible to ensure that the Nigeria Police Force succeed in whatever they are doing. But the success of Nigeria Police Force is the success of Nigeria. And if we're able to fight crime, reduce criminality, ensure adequate security for everybody, the better for everybody. When inventors will come in, the economy will grow, job will grow, Nigerians will live a better life. For police officers, they should do their job without fear of failure.
The Nigerian police force, saddled with the responsibility of policing 140 million Nigerians, no doubt will need a lot of logistical support from the government and private organizations, particularly in the area of mobility, to effectively discharge our responsibility to Nigerians. In recent past, Nigerians have expressed disappointment in the police for failing to respond to distress calls promptly. This perceived inefficiency of the police was attributed to logistical challenge in terms of inadequate operational vehicles. But what could be said of this challenge in the past 2 years of Okiro's administration? Okiro's interagency relationship strategy as a
and again, the incentive. Every officer going to the institution is given an acting appointment. For example, if an ASP is going to the institution, is given acting DSP. By the time finishes from the institution, it's even if it's mess, even if it's not due for promotion, but because it's assigned to the institution, as coming out is promoted.
Let me take you back to your days in Lagos. You were one of those who fought armed robbery in Lagos in the early 80s and late 90s. And one would have expected that by now, with your experience as Inspector General of Police and as somebody who was operational all through, that you are going to come up with a strategy to combat robbery. The police is still using the old method of fighting robbery. What's your view about this?
We can find out the equipment have not changed. Same thing we're having. You have to use what you have to do what you want to do. We're still having the same old equipment. There's no change in the kind of equipment you have. Our officers are inclusive of our attended causes outside this country. See what the officers in the police use in those areas. Unfortunately, those things are not available to us here. So we have to use what we have. We cannot invent equipment. That's the area, right? That area, I spent much of my time in operation in the police, Lagos and elsewhere. And I brought my experience to bear, even as President of Police, with my assignment and responsibilities. I can notice that crime wave in Nigeria gone down. Last year, 2 years ago, it's on record, the Christmas and Sarah came together. We recorded the lowest crime wave for 5 years. Last year also, the Council of State made, and the past a bit of countries also, because we're able to bring down crime in Nigeria. The only areas where we're having problem now, areas of attack and robbery, which has gone down. You know, by the time I came in, long vans have been attacked on a daily basis, and policemen are being killed on a daily basis. Nobody has ever been able to reduce eliminate crime completely in any part of the world. But have been reduced. That was what was done. The issue of attack on long vans has been reduced drastically. Now, what the next problem we're facing is a new crime wave. That is kidnapping. It has been so before, though I've been having cases of kidnapping once in a while in the country, those things. But it has been brought to the fore right now. It has become topical. It has been an issue that people are discussing. We talk about criminality in Nigeria. That's kidnapping. And in as much as I said it loud and loud everywhere, that there's no way we can provide security for 140 million Nigerians at the same time. We can provide security for VIPs, for people who are prone to attack, for people who are under threat. We cannot merely provide security for everybody who is out on their normal share of duty.
What is your comment about crime fighters? What do you think we should do to improve the program?
Yeah, crime fighters, very good program. Because I was so busy, I hardly have time to watch television, listen to radio, and music, and listen. So busy. Even Lagos was busy. But I was only able to watch one of your programs in Lagos. Since then, I got endeared to crime fighters. I never watched anyone again. That was the time you carried the story on
Peters.
That's Captain.
Navy Captain.
Navy Captain Peters, who was killed by house help. You were able to carry it. You dramatized it as if it was real, and the whole story you captured it. The kind of things we need to see in televisions outside the country, realities and all this and all that. And that's a very good program. So when I became PIG, became countries, assisted you. When I became IG, I said I'll stand by you because you're doing a very good job. You see, when you get cases like this and things happen, Nigerians may not know. But by the time you dramatize it, people watch it and see the mistakes who the victims must have met. That's not taking the police in investigation. People come to realize, as much as they know what police is doing, they equally assist them to provide their own security. But some of them don't know anything about security. Even they do, they don't even care. So by the time you try to optimize all these actions, people come to be more careful and have a better society.
First Bank of Nigeria PLC is proud to be associated with crime fighters, the police and you.
This is the face of today's First Bank. Driven by seasoned and savvy professionals working with cutting-edge technology with Nigeria's widest banking network. We are truly a world-class financial supermarket offering you a wide range of products and services. With our FBN UK, we take banking to a higher pedestal. We'll continue to support growing business. The face of today's First Bank, the identity of a totally rejuvenated bank.
To commissioners of police, they should work out programs and strategies to confront particular crimes in their commands. What I do as Superintendent of Police, give a directive, formulate policies and guidelines which always follow to fight these crimes. Nigerians must and have to support the police to achieve their aim.
Welcome to Crime Fighters, sir.
Welcome.
It's nice to have you once again.
Thank you so much.
But there's something about the state CIDs that the IG has not addressed. When people have cases, they get so afraid to report their cases, especially to the police. And if those cases are transferred to state CIDs, they get extorted.
But to start with corruption, we try our best to ensure that corruption is completely wiped off. Completely wiped off. We created the escort. The escort has been existing, but not as vibrant it is now. I reinforced it, and I advised the zonal AIGs to create their own escort and go around the commands. I told the CP themselves to create their own escort and go around their own divisions and their commands. And I said, it costs me a lot of money, time, and need to send officers from here. I'm going to give them allowances, buy fuel for their vehicles, to go out to commands, to go and check the post officers who are misbehaving. I told them, if I have to move from here to command to arrest anybody, you meet the commissioner of police not to duty. I will query him. And I've been doing that. I'm querying them. I said, you have allowed me to come and do a job for you. Therefore, take a query. With that, those of them have started up now. They are now checking the men as we to check them. So the issue of CIDs is that I will be telling members of the public report. One of these things we may not know until the report comes to us. And I told them to report to the police if there was any behavior on the part of any officers. For example, I just ordered that GC should be queried and suspended from duty. I think they did that today. But I think yes, it did. So we're not allowing this to go unpunished unless we do not know about it.
When you came on board, you got the president to review the remuneration of the policemen, and which is a plus for your administration. And every policeman today is happy that you have done this for them. That's by the way. You also started this owner-occupier basis housing scheme, which most of them are keen into, which is a plus for your administration. But there's one thing that is also pending that we want to find out from you, the official accommodation. Most of the men, when they are transferred to different states, they have problems of accommodation. What have you done in this area in terms of official accommodation?
In this year's budget has made provision for some houses which are building. It's to take care of officers who are in Abuja, first quarters, the 7 and FCT command. I found that when we completed the 3+, found that from AC to CP, there are 144 officers in Abuja here. These are just the senior, from Assistant Commissioner of Police to Commissioner of Police. Not talk of the CSP down to other ranks. So what I did was I felt there's no point an officer having commensurate comfort. That's at all. Those 3 blocks contain 24 flats. In other words, if you want things to be done the way it should be done, these flats are put to accommodate 24 officers. We have 144 officers, senior officers, that accommodation. I called on them, I pleaded with them. I said, please bear with the police. Instead of you having a flat each, I'm going to, since there are 4-bedroom flats, 4 officers will occupy a flat. So at least, if not, they call it transit office or transit camp or transit flat or transit building, whatever. It's better that you have a place to stay than officers. Some of them are staying in Ghana, some are staying in Tunisia, partnering up with relations, partnering up with friends. And I said, where I got the chip, I said, in December, my PSO2, he died in a fire on the mess. I said, if we're living here, if I was occupying a room in this block, if it was time to die, it would have died, but it could have died in that circumstance because he was occupying one room, where the kitchen there. He was cooking. He came back from work around 10 p.m. He was tired. He was cooking. He fell asleep, and the kitchen caught fire. He couldn't come out. I said, if it was there, the kitchen was far away. Even if the kitchen was on fire, it could have escaped. If it was time to die, it could have died any other way. So I told the officers they should manage. The CPs, commissioners of police, was supposed to occupy a flat. When I was an ASP, one-star ASP, I was living in GRA. In Port Harcourt. Now, Commission of Police doesn't have a place to live, to stay. So I played with them. That I was not trying to degrade them, but they should bear with us, because if I give a flat each, the office has 24. But for the rest,
What is your comment about crime fighters? What do you think we should do to improve the program?
yeah, crime fighters, a very good program. Because I was so busy, I hardly have time to watch television, listen to radio, and music, and this is so busy. Even Lagos, I was busy. But I was only able to watch one of your programs in Lagos. Since then, I got endeared to crime fighters. I never watched anyone again. That was the time you carried the story on
Liable.
Femi Peters. That's Captain.
Navy captain.
Navy Captain Femi Peters, who was killed by house help. And, you were able to carry it. You dramatized it as if it was real, and the whole story you captured it. The kind of things we need to see in televisions outside the country, realities and all this and all that. And that's a very good program. So when I became DIG, became countries, assisted you. When I became IG, I said I'll stand by you, because you're doing a very good job. You see, when you get cases like this and things happen, Nigerians will not know. But by the time you dramatize it, to watch it and see the mistakes which the victims must have met, that's not taking the police in the investigation. People want to realize, as much as they know what police is doing, they equally assist them to provide their own security. But some of them don't know anything about security. Even they do, they don't even care. So by the time you try to optimize all these actions, people come to be more careful and have a better society.